not good at a lot of things, but I know how to trim a damn vase. I just threw all these vases just 2 days ago off the hump for Valentine's Day, and we're gonna trim them today. Trimming, if you don't know, is just where we put a really clean foot on the bottom, and it allows the piece to sit flat and nicely on your table. They're pretty dry. They're at this point where it's just under leather hard. I can still pick off the clay a bit, and that's a good sign that we're pretty much ready to trim. So we throw everything off the hump, but we also trim everything off the hump. So actually this is just a little remainder of what I use to throw everything that you see here. So this is like too thin right now, it's too small, so I'm just gonna quickly mold it into like a larger little lump. Basically, the mouth of your vessel needs to just fit nicely on whatever puck you have here. We'll pop it on here. It usually takes like 2 or 3 little adjustments just to make sure it's centered. I'm basically looking for like a pretty even rotation. This piece is a little drier, so I'm gonna use like the little sharp end of this Kemper tool just to kind of remove that like white dry outer layer. So every time I trim a vase, I keep a few things in mind. Always keep this little pedestal thing at the top because that's how we dunk vases. I dunk it in one shot. So this is my handle right here. You can see how my fingers just kind of naturally grip this little insert that I made. Now I'm just like smoothing out everything, and I'm removing like very light amount of material. And it just allows me to kind of catch a lot of the body here. And I'm removing much larger strips. Cool, so now we're gonna trim up the top. Pretty simple. This part of the trim is very important because this determines whether your vase will sit even on the table and won't have a wobble. If you're a potter and you're familiar with S-cracks or like little stress cracks, this is where they happen. And I found, especially with sandier clay, if you just really compress this area, your chances of that stress crack are much lower. A lot of people rely on their tools really heavily here, but something I've learned from just throwing thousands of pots every month is that half of my trimming is actually done with my fingers. It's like kind of a compression into smoothing, and then you get softer edges and everything just kind of looks a little nicer. So that's it. The last step is just stamp with our ring. I feel like I'm on a cooking show. There you go. Boom. And now the idea is to do it 12 more times.